Hello guys, welcome to Gusto Reactions once again with course my ginger now. Always a shame. Let's give them.
Fun fact. This is warning to malaria. You can't hold Sheyi down. Sheyi just recover from malaria. See ginger. Malaria, take your time.
You can't stop my shine. Yeah. Yes. Anyways, guys, welcome to Gusto Reactions once again. Thank you so much for always liking and sharing, subscribing, telling everyone about what we do right here at Gusto TV. Happy New Year once again. It's 2021, and I've got Lala right here again in the building. Lala, did you ever use Ajinomoto?
Yes, no.
While you're young?
I grew up with
now we know that people use no and everything, but Ajinomoto was the thing back then. And Royco.
You think people call no? They call it Maggi.
Maggi. And then of course no.
Yeah. And
then there's also another one again. I look at Ajinomoto like this. Forgotten. Vedan.
It's like his rice that they.
If he doesn't know this all these old things. If I will not know. It's the background talking. Anyways, Ajinomoto. What was Ajinomoto? Ajigbawaya.
Ajinomoto was one of the cheapest what's it called, sauce you could use back then.
Okay, so is that what that line says?
Ajinomoto, the only way I can interpret it is almost secretary, because Ajinomoto was used by the households that were very
low income
households. It was very cheap, although some high income households did prefer to use it, but then it was something that was nationwide, that people used a lot, and anybody could afford to use.
It was quite affordable and everything.
It was not luxury for anybody.
That was the first line that I personally loved on that song, KPK. Now, on the 4th of December 2020, last year, just about a month ago, yes, New Music Friday, Lala came in here to say, Sheyi, so what do you think? There's a new song now by REXXIE and MOHBAD called KPK. I said, well, KPK, I like the vibe and everything, but I'm a piano. Me, I wasn't impressed. I'm a piano and everything.
That's why we need to find. We need to find Sheyi on it. We need to find him.
And a month later, that song is the biggest song in the country at the moment, dusting off the likes of Omale, Godly, and of course Zlatan's Lagos anthem, Davido's Jowo, the best, Holy Ground and every other thing. KPK is currently the biggest song in the country at the moment. And Lala, how exactly did this song get to the top? Well,
how did it? I mean, it was a combination of several things. Let's
shout out to MOHBAD and REXXIE on that one.
Yeah, shout out to them. Let's now take you through the whole journey of when the song dropped. Song drops. They had partly Amapiano. It wasn't fully Amapiano. We had REXXIE street vibe. We now had some hints of Amapiano on it. The drumming beat was a bit of Amapiano. It wasn't fully Amapiano. So that came. I mean, we had a lot of Amapiano songs in December, but then REXXIE's production, I mean, he was able to merge his own street pop production with Amapiano to create that. And then came MOHBAD. And what did MOHBAD do on that? It was so simple. There was nothing. There was just a repetition of very catchy lines from top to bottom. That
was like a 2-bar or something.
There was, if you look at that song, the work mix of that song, that's why sometimes the biggest songs, they take the less effort. That's why some people feel, they can just do a freestyle and it will hit, because the biggest songs sometimes take the less effort. MOHBAD came in, jumped on the buzzwords. Although we already knew that REXXIE had the song titled Okpo, and then when he came up with the remix of Okpo with Zlatan and Ladipo, everybody caught cap. But that song was more of a hip hop kind of thing, and then people did not pay too much attention to it. But this street pop and Amapiano mixed together, and MOHBAD, who had a good one in 2020.
Yeah, I agree.
Came on board and jumped on the second keyword, because Okpo and KPK, they came out at the same time.
What is KPK? So what is OPP? What is OPG?
OPP, Okpokpa.
Okay. Okpogo.
And you should have noticed MOHBAD was giving you this on the song. So basically, that was what happened. He jumped on the buzzword. I mean, Okpo and KPK came out at the same time, and the people were like, Okpo, things like that. They just basically, it was already set. It was a match made in heaven for them to jump on that buzzword. And the fact that the song was now sweet with the buzzword, that was match made in heaven. So that came at the first week. People did not really pay attention
to it.
People like you didn't pay attention.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I admit to.
People did not pay attention. So first week came, nothing much was going on, but some circles were jamming to it. But second week, I think there was a KPK challenge or something like that. Then I saw videos. I saw videos of almost naked girls dancing to showing off their assets. REXXIE posted that on his Instagram and on his Twitter. I noticed that they now followed suit with several other videos. So that now meant that the first week, that song was bubbling underground. It was bubbling in the streets. They were already vibing to that song. And they didn't have any shame to showcase their talents back and front. That's what they did. And they started making these videos before every other person started making the videos. And before you know it, it crossed over to mainstream. And you know how important mainstream is. And you know what happens when street pop songs, cross over to the mainstream, that means the person has made it. So the song crossed over to the mainstream, crossed over to digital mainstream,
bro,
and then started outstreaming these other songs locally. Yeah, Godly, the best song with Nicki
Ginger, everything.
Ginger. Everybody, he just, I mean, it took, you could see the progression. By the second or third week, the song came out, and it was towards December. Yeah, you had school children, small children, singing. I mean, when I was doing my own palliative for Christmas, my nieces, when I sent their mom some cash, and they wanted to speak to me, Uncle Lala, that was what they were speaking to me. I'm like, this song gone, it don't blow. This song don't tear, it don't blow. And then before you know, even till now, KPK is still #1. So all the efforts, I mean, all these assets has been used. Production on check, REXXIE and the catchy use of the phrase KPK on check. People dancing to the song naturally on check. Mainstream acceptance on check. Radio acceptance on check. So all these things together is what made KPK the biggest song. I don't think REXXIE or MOHBAD set out to say, oh, this song, this is what I'm going to do to make it blow. No. Sometimes you don't have to even do as much as you want to do. Once people relate to the song, people relate to slangs like KPK, OPP, OPG. They even relate to Ajinomoto. A lot of people grow up with
even Ajigbawaya.
Ajigbawaya is a slang. Ajigbawaya, me, Ajigbalat me. I want to be Ajigbalat. I don't want to Ajigbawaya. So maybe when I wake up, anybody that wants to pay me for a job, just alert. I'll just wake up and say, okay, let me go and do it. Ajigba alert. So all these things happen, and then also the references to the fourth guys, those ones are also important when it comes to making songs big. Case in point, Cash App. Case in point, Mommy de Lagos. Where they pay, where they bless my eyes. So yeah, it's all part of it.
Okay, so the thing is, KPK as a song, already we know KPK is a slang. Kokpoke as a song. Looking at that song, do you think that the mainstream guys were forced to accept it because already it has blown out of their hands already, so there was no point? How did the radio get to so love it so much that it's almost topping the chart on every radio station at the moment?
Well, that's the thing with some of these street pop songs. The mainstream always catch up last, and then before you know it, everybody has fallen in line. When Zlatan's Bolanle and all these other songs that he did, the song with Chinko Ekun, when it first came out, you see that it's always mainstream that catches up last. But street has been feeling it, underground has been feeling it. But as the main ingredient that is important for these artists is mainstream. So we've seen it time and again when mainstream media catches up on songs that have been blowing up before, and when they catch it up, they now improve it further. They now see it on several shows on radio. There's no day you won't listen to some radio stations. They won't play at least 3 or 4 times in the whole day. replicate that with along other radio stations and different shows. So yeah, and the song, people are in love with the song. It doesn't even have a video. One thing I even now missed is the activated session that they did for that song. That alone is enough to be the official video. I don't, because that was one of the best activated sessions I'm going to see, and it worked well in their favor. REXXIE and MOHBAD, I mean, REXXIE was high on his own supply on that video. I mean, I liked the particular part where I tweeted and said, oh, just focus on REXXIE's face. Like towards the second stanza of the song, you could feel how REXXIE knew that I don't do something with this song. The way he was dancing, the way MOHBAD was dancing, and they were just so happy. You could tell that they already knew that this is our banger.
Like you talked about second stanza, but the thing is, this song is so simple that all that I heard in that song is Talo sọ pé kò pọ̀kẹ́, OPP ó pọ̀pà, OPG ó pọ̀gan, àwọn ọmọ ajínamọ́tò, àwọn ọmọ ajigbawáyà, àwọn ọmọ mi choco. That is all. Like 5 lines repeated, repeated, and repeated.
When you reach from like 1 minute 40 something.
Yes.
That second stanza. You see, there was that part.
And then the tiny voice thing.
Yeah, the electronic kind of
thing.
That was like talking.
Do you understand? Now, this song became a hit in less than 3 weeks.
Yes.
That for me is also one of the fastest to get to a hit in terms of Nigerian songs.
Really?
Yes.
Wasn't nobody hit from start?
No, it was a hit from start, but not all songs become hits immediately.
Oh, yes.
Some need videos.
Oh, yes.
But this song, without a video, without a major radio airplay and everything,
Cash App was a hit instantly.
Cash App was a hit instantly. Yes, Cash App was a hit instantly. But not, like I said, not all Nigerian songs.
Yeah, not all Nigerian.
You understand? Some songs grow on you and everything. And looking at the fact that, of course, Cash App, Bella Shmurda already was rolling with Olamide and Davido and the rest of them. DJ Mr. Easy, Joe Boy. But MOHBAD and MOHBAD is Malian music. But of course, it's not like it was one big artist. In fact, people love the song without even knowing who sang it first.
People's fun fact: my sister thinks it's Naamali that sang the song.
You see? You see?
The thing is, I'm like,
so many people love that song. You know when you just love a song, you don't want to know who sang it, but this song, I love it with my heart.
Just catchy.
Do you understand? That's the thing. That's everything. Now, how exactly do you think this model would work moving further? For REXXIE and of course for MOHBAD especially.
No, this model has always been in play for a long time. I mean, we've seen the simplest of songs become hits in Nigeria. We've seen the senseless of songs, no meaning at all.
There's a microphone here. There's a microphone here.
Become hits in Nigeria. What was being said there? Nothing that makes sense. Nothing that makes sense. So this model, once in a while, works out. People, if you now set out to say, "Oh, this is how I want to do this song," go. But now, what's now the difference between soccer still had at least people dropping verses. But there was a lot of soccer in soccer.
Soccer.
So the simpler in terms of hits in Nigeria, people always want to now go for people and say, oh, it doesn't have lyrics, it doesn't have this. But if you want hits in this Nigeria, if you like, go and be doing deep, it will take a while for your deep to be hits. But sings a lot of deep songs that are huge outside of the country. But if you now look at 2020, some people will say that it doesn't truly have a big record in Nigeria. If that's what people want to say, but he does have big records out of the country. But in terms of Nigerian audience, what's his biggest record? It's a bigger record. So in terms of Nigeria, when it comes to hit songs, the simpler the song, the more likely it's going to be a hit. Yeah.
That's it for KPK.
OPP.
Anyways, before we go, I'm going to let Lala do a short freestyle of KPK by REXXIE and MOHBAD on custom reactions on this one. Yes. Talo sọ pé kò pọ̀kẹ́, OPP ó pọ̀pà. Oh yeah, let's go.
That's why I'm a musician.
Okay, let's just do a freestyle now. Talo sọ pé kò pọ̀kẹ́.
OPP ó pọ̀pà.
OPG ó pọ̀gan. Àwọn ọmọ ajínamọ́tò, ajigbawaya, àwọn ọmọ mi ṣoko. What did you do? I follow you now. I follow you. Guys, thank you so much on Gusto Reactions for this one. Thank you so much. Guys, we've been talking about KPK, that song. How exactly did it become a major national anthem in just about a month? Yes, everyone buzzing, radio, you know, playing it, you know, online, streaming online. The blogs are taking it. Social media is agog with that song. Everybody, that song literally swept Cash App, swept Godly, swept Moino de Lagos, swept Ginger, swept Holy Ground, the best. Every song to be #1 in just a matter of 4 weeks. Guys, KPK is the #1 song, arguably #1 song in Nigeria at the moment. Of course, everyone loved the song even without knowing who sang it. Yes, REXXIE and MOHBAD actually did that one, not Naira Marley. Guys, not Naira Marley.
Although you can argue that MOHBAD is Naira Marley 2.0.
Yes, yeah, but
it's still MOHBAD.
MOHBAD, yeah. Please, that name MOHBAD, and of course REXXIE, that Igbo boy REXXIE. Yes, please give them their flowers for that one. KPK. Talo sokpe kokpoke. OPP. Okpokpa. Okpogo. See you on the next one. Peace.